Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to our very new stream. I welcome you behalf from the financial analyst team. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'm very happy to see you. So, dear traders, I'm very happy to see. In fact, there are a lot of things that I wanted to share with you because in the last stream, as we have analyzed, there were various moments in the market where we could have capitalized ourselves. Let's get started. We will be sharing our trading ideas. What are the various points on which we can basically make a maximum return on our trading assets as of now. So welcome to the stream once again. Dear traders, let me know in the comments section, how do you feel about today's stream? How was your last week performance? In the last week, we basically had conversation that we could have made a substantial profit if we were able to manage the market or understand the market to some extent. So in today's session, I will be sharing my personal opinion on that. And in the meantime, you can let me know how do you feel about today's stream. Welcome to the stream once again, dear traders. As you know, in the stream, we basically talked a lot about the financial market, but in a broader sense, we had excellent trading opportunities this week. I'll be sharing my insights again to help you analyze the market. Welcome, 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 welcome to the stream. You can let me know in the comment section if you have any question that you may wish to know about, and we will get started. Let's wait for a few more clients. I will be sharing my insights. As you know, every week we basically share my trading ideas and my prospective market analysis. Based on that, we try to decipher in which direction there is a high probability for market to be, including all the currency pairs, cryptocurrency market, everything at one corner. This is why we do what we do. So I'm very happy to see you. As you know, every stream we talked about the heat maps. In heat maps, we talked about what could be the potential entry points. I'll be sharing my results. Specifically, I'm very excited. The reason why I'm excited is last week the market exactly went the way we have analyzed it to be. We were talking about the market, and there was certain analogy that we did in the last week where we talked about interest rate and how this interest rate will be changing the market conditions. So yeah, that is what I am truly considering the situation right now. A lot of things has happened from the last week to this week. Let me know in the comment section, dear traders, how was your last week in terms of performance. I think we have the very first comment. Mr. Zakir ji has joined the stream. Hi, sir. Good evening, Mr. Zakir. How are you doing, sir? Dear traders, if you like today's stream, press the subscribe button, like this stream, share it with amongst our fellow traders, investors, so that we as a community will try to grow ourselves. And the objective of this stream is to make you aware how financial market works and how we will be able to make a certain amount as we are all aiming from. Welcome, 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 welcome to the stream. There we have another client. Mr. Shivakumar ji said, sir, last week your balance was 1.4 lakh, present 0.88. What happened, sir? Nothing happened, sir. I recently taken a withdrawal. I mean, in the last week, I took some considerable amount, close to $70,000 is what we have withdrawn from our trading account. So yeah, that is the reason you are checking the reduced balance there, but there is nothing to worry about. At times, at regular intervals, the most important aspect of trading is you need to withdraw your capital at regular interval of time. And this is what I did. Since I had a great opportunity, and since there are stronger chances for us to grow the account, the best part of risk management one can follow is you can take the withdrawals at the regular intervals, and that is what we did, Mr. Kumar. Zakir ji said, sir, fine. I hope you're doing great as well. Mr. Sherdil ji said, brother, मैंने सीखना है. Mr. Sherdil ji, I'm here to assist you. Let me know what particular topic that you are interested in. In today's conversation, we basically talked about the entire financial market situations, what recently happened and what is going to happen. And in the end of the stream, I have an excellent trading opportunity just as I have shared with you in the last week. And that is the reason we are having this conversation for today. I'm very excited. And as a trader, as an investor, I all want you to back this opportunity. The trading ideas that I will be sharing in my screen or in today's conversation, it will be completely based on my analogy and how do I decipher the market. If you follow my advice, follow it wisely. Do not try to copy my trades. As you know, then fixed time trading, there are certain delays while we are streaming, and copying my trade, there can certainly go for the toss. Your trade, some of the trades can go for the toss if there is a delay happen. So make sure, for an analysis purpose, this is the stream there, and if you take the trade at your own advice, act at your own discretion. Mr. Zidoji said, hello, what's up, bro? I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing great. How about you? Mr. Hidoji said, sir, I want to deposit $10 and I'm trying to turn into $150 is possible. That's a big achievement. It also based on your current, trading goal. If you're trying to break above the level of starting from $10 to $150, I cannot say it's impossible. It's possible, but then the kind of risk that we are involving here, because when you took the very small amount, try to increase it substantially, the risk factor also increases tremendously. So make sure that first of all we are on the part of learning phase, and once we learn about the financial market substantially well, then you will be able to grow your account. But if you are a beginner and trying to increase the capital, that would be on the little difficult side. If you are a new trader and wanted to build your dream trading journey, you can do that. But then knowledge is all the power. If you have the knowledge, and if you know how financial market behaves on the now your knowledge, you will be able to get a substantial result. So yeah, that is one thing that I am very sure about. So your trading journey, I wish you all the best in your trading journey, and let me know if you are facing any difficulties in there. Mr. Zagarji said, sir, मुझे भी सीखना है. Can you guide me? I will definitely guide you. In today's session, I would love you to first of all like this stream, subscribe to Olymptrade practice, because here as a financial analyst stream, there are multilingual conversation that we do in a different language. It also include Hindi, Urdu, English, and different language as well. So you can subscribe to Olymptrade practice and get notified about the every stream that we conduct every day, so that we as a community will try to grow ourselves out of all the difficult situations and build ourselves on the profitable journey. That is what we are aiming for. Mr. Positive ji said, Olymptrade, welcome sir. Thank you very much. Harsha ji said, hi, good evening Harsha ji, welcome to the stream. Which indicator is the based from person to person? So I use different sort of indicators, SMA 50, SMA 200. It is also based on for what time frame that I'm thinking of taking the trade now. So we cannot say which indicator is better or not. It's basically asking which is your it's basically asking a question to a doctor, which is your favorite medication. As you know that the for a different patient, the medications are different. So for the different markets, the analysis is different. So we cannot say which indicator is best. Sir, what should be trade amount in case of capital is 1,000? I would also always encourage that you go ahead with 1 to 5% capital at a single trade. But on $1,000, 1%, 5%, it would be $10 to $15. Start your trading with $1 to $2, and then use the martingale approach and use it for your benefit. If you look into our today's trade, we have taken some trades and we follow martingale approach very closely, where we were able to recover some of the losses. 2 trades were negative, and the third trade we were able to recover entire non-profitable journey that we had. Coming ahead with today's conversation, as you know, heat maps is one of the important topic that every week we discuss. So let's bring ourselves on the heat maps, and I'll show you one of my trades that I've taken in the recent time. As I told you, gold was one of the biggest asset that we have covered substantial results on. This is my trade on gold, and here is our market analysis on that. So if we talk about crypto markets, you are all aware about heat maps, because every week we talked about this. In heat maps, you basically monitor the performance of the market from 1 day perspective, for an hour's perspective, and this basically gives us the entire market synopsis there. If you look into the cryptocurrency right now, Bitcoin, basically during the Fed interest rate decisions which was taken in the last week, Bitcoin market rose substantially, and here we have the result. If we go ahead and zoom out, Selected the graph for 30 minutes. The Fed interest rate was decision was taken, and after which we can see there was a bullish segments in the market happen, and then some sort of recovery. Right now what we are seeing for the Bitcoin, 87,000 level is acting as a great level of support, and now we try to break below this level multiple times, but it is acting as a great level of support. Now in terms of performance, if we see for the crypto market, BTC did rose before the Fed interest rate, and then it started correcting out itself. But in the more bullish sentiments, if I may say, Bitcoin has a substantial chances of rising in the upcoming trends. And as I told you, in end of this week, we will probably gonna have one of the great news releases which will impact all the currency pairs. So stay tuned with me. Mr. Sayedji said hi. Good evening, Sayedji. Pranditji said, I am a new trader. Welcome to the trading journey, sir. Mr. Hindi Factji said, from where I should learn trading now? If you're a beginner, if you do not know anything about the trading, the first thing that you as a trader should know, you go to help option here. In the education channel, you can type out candlestick. I think it is taking a little time for us to reload. Okay, you can go to education session and there will be a search option here. You type candlestick, and the very first objective as a trader you have to know was the candlestick formation. Now once you know enough about the candlestick formation, then after we can move forward. So yeah, for a beginner trader, candlestick formation would be a very good time to lead your trading journey from. Mr. Sayedji said, how can I get some profitable signal? It also based on the strategy that you have applied, Mr. Sayed. So yeah, you can use it for the different perspective, but then based on the market condition, which strategy do you apply more? Have you used any strategy before, Mr. Sayed? Mr. Sodipji said, my name is Sodip Samantha. Mr. Samantha, welcome to the stream. Mr. Samantha ji said, all time loss. Why? This is a very difficult question, sir. Because as a trader, if you are non-profitable, that means you are doing something wrong in trading. Is it in terms of analysis, in terms of strategies? You always have to have a deeper understanding. And if you look into my trades, lesser than 1 minute duration would be considered a little riskier trade. So for you as a new trader, and if you are investing in the financial market and taking the trade lesser than 1 minute duration, that would be very risky. So go ahead with a slightly higher elevated time frame. All right, let's begin our journey. So as I told you, in the crypto market, the market basically boom for some period of time after the Fed interest rate decisions has been declared, and then the market collapses. But right now I'm very strong on Bitcoin, which is BTC USD. Second, one of the most important asset that we are looking out for is the Ethereum. Ethereum has a good chances of rising once again. If you are able to catch Ethereum below 3000, that would be an excellent level to buy in, because there are a lot of possibilities for Ethereum to rise a little better than Bitcoin. If you see that 1 or 2% rise in the Bitcoin, so that means Ethereum has a good chances of rising literally double or triple than the existing financial variation that we are seeing. So yeah, that is very important from a trading point of view. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, Tron, all these cryptocurrency has a good chances of rising, but we also need to keep looking into the fact that recently the Bitcoin market has been fluctuating a lot, and therefore holding your position with the smallest multiplier, let's just suppose 5 or 7, would be a good trading idea to hold your position with. Mr. Fahadji said, I am Fahadji, welcome to the session. And Sauravji said, 5 seconds trading. Sauravji, it's a very risky trading that you're doing. Increase your trading time. You can go and follow this one simple rule. We follow 1:2/3 ratio. That means if you watch the graph for 1 minute duration, your trading time should be close to 2 or 3 minutes, at least minimum 2 to 3 minutes duration would be your trading time, since you are new in trading. I'm very sorry for the non-profitability that you had, Mr. Samantha. Mr. Scalping Trader, he said, how to become a financial analyst in Olymptrade. First of all, we have to become good at what you're doing, and if you have a substantial experience, you can reach out to the support team, and they will help you to guide your journey through it. Mr. Sayed ji said, I have been watching the charts carefully for a long time, but it worked out 50-50. It ended no gain, no loss. 50-50 is not bad. Your objective is to have a little higher accuracy, slightly better than 50%. If you see, we are on the 50% profitability for today, but still we are ending on the positive side because we use martingale approach. In the martingale approach, if we use 2 to 3 step or 4 step reversal, that would be quite easy for you to do. Again, to use the martingale approach, one used to have a substantial capital, so make sure that you have, or you are trading with a considerable amount of investment there. Mr. Hindi Fact said, I unfortunately lost 40k in my Olymptrade. It is useless. I'm very sorry if you felt that way. One of the good thing that I wanted to share, one of my client able to make close to $1,500, 1,400 to $1,500 approximate, just by investing in, and the risk to reward ratio, a considerable risk to reward ratio was followed. So if you have if you are in discipline, I'm sure that nobody can lose the capital in the trading. Sometimes the days are good and bad, that's completely fine. But then your objective is to manage your risk in the worst phase, and in the positive side, if you are able to generate a good profit, you have to know your profit margin. Once you are able to reach that particular profit margin or the threshold, you can quit your trading for that day. Do not over trade. Sometimes people do a lot of over trading, because of which the unfortunate fortune circumstances can happens to be there. So as we talked about the cryptocurrency market, so yeah, after the Fed interest rate decisions, the cryptocurrency market has been increased tremendously. Good chances that in the upcoming time, the cryptocurrency market has a positive. In my opinion, I'm very bullish on the Bitcoin side right now, but I will be skeptical to invest it right now. Make sure if you want to invest it, you can test your hypothesis by investing a trade or opening up a trade in your demo account. So this is my demo account in the Forex, making your multiplier close to 5 or 10, and then hold your position with respect to that. Mr. Mohammed ji said, sir, please tell for Forex. I will definitely do that. Mr. Scalping ji said, how to become Facebook Olymptrade group admin. You can reach out to the support team. They will be able to guide you, sir. Which kind of market is suitable for SMA 50 and 200? It is active, moderately volatile market is more suitable for SMA 50 200. If you'll see, whenever the candle reaches to SMA 200, which is a very strong level of psychological level of reversal, as soon as it reaches this level, it will usually bounce off. So yeah, that is how as a trader you can do that. Moving on. So dear traders, after the crypto market, in my opinion, the currency market, the Fed, after the Fed interest rate has been decreased by 25 basis point, what was the reason, what was the real impact of the market? So one of the worst thing that happened with the currency pair was USD JPY fall substantially low. As soon as the Fed decisions were released, there was a chances that around 89% interest rate decisions could be decreased, and in fact it did. So interest rate, because of the decrease in the interest rate, exactly we can see that the market has collapsed. So 12:30 was the time, according to the Indian Standard Time, the market started falling, and here it falls substantially low. So our objective was, when the Fed interest rate going to get decreased, there was a good chances for gold prices to rise once again, and that is where we entered into the market. If I'll show you, I was able to make close to 10% of the profit margin, but I wish I could have been able to hold the trade for a little longer time here. Before even the data was released around 12:30, I anticipated all the clients that there are good chances for you to hold your position on gold for the longer time, and this is what it paved out for us. We basically made $437 profit. So decrease in the interest rate basically will reduce the amount of investment the people do by buying the government bonds. So that means the value of USD has to decrease. The best part is, when the value of USD was decreasing, another pair emerge. We know for the fact that the value of USD gonna decrease, so it will gonna boost the buying on euro, and that is the reason we can see there is a big jump in the prices of euros after the interest rate decisions which was taken. I actually did took the trade here, But before the Fed interest rate decision, the trade closed automatically. I was just showing it to another client and the trade closed. Unfortunately, if you'll see, we used 250 multiplier. If we had in this situation used 200 as a 50 multiplier, we could have been able to make close to 247% profit just by investing on this idea. So Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, all these currency pairs started rising because the Fed decreased their interest rate, and that is why it boosted all the other currency pairs there. GBP USD, as I told you, AUD USD was also on the buying side. Let's just go here and check it once again. So here again, after the Fed interest rate decisions, Australian dollar also rose considerably. That's not only it, but whenever the Fed interest rate decreases, people move out to invest more in the safer haven, and gold and silver are the best thing to invest in. That's the reason we were able to make a generous amount of profit there. After the Fed interest rate decisions, the gold increase. Not only gold, but if you want to see, we also have substantial price increase in silver as well. Silver also rose incredibly well. But what will happen when the Fed interest rate decision decreases? That means they make loan cheaper for all the people so that the employment can be generated at a good pace, and that is where the interest rate plays a pivotal role. When Fed interest rate decreases, that means people can borrow amount on the cheaper side. They also encourage the people to borrow more, and that is exactly the situation which was happened with the US stock market. We can see that the Nasdaq did rose and then after tumbled down. So exactly at 12:30, if we may see, Nasdaq also increased, and here we have invested in Nasdaq as well. Here Nasdaq did rose before the interest rate decision, and I wish we could have hold it a little higher, but then we closed the trade once again. Not only on that, but imagine investing in Doge. So let me show you. That means I wanted to say about the Dow Jones. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose incredibly. Nobody ever thought that the Doge will able to increase to such an extreme level, and it did. This is our trade, and there is another trade that we invested around $10 with the highest value of multiplier. This is what we call it a risk to reward ratio. When you switch to the smaller amount, we can switch back to the highest value of multiplier where it could give us a good results. Here we made 110%, 118% profit. But then if we could have hold it even for the longer time, the profit would have been good. So see, one fundamental factor can basically deviate all your results. We know one fact that the Fed was decreasing the interest rate, and after that the market started rising. So yeah, it's there. We have some comments. Forgive me if I missed your comment, dear traders. Mr. Scalping Ji said, thank you. You're welcome, sir. Mr. Kutti ji said, my account has been, what can I do, sir? I still didn't get your question. Scalping ji said, sir, price action versus SMC versus indicator, which one is best for you? You can use all the conjunctions in there, sir. That's for sure. Mr. Saurabh ji said, how much capital to start? You can start with the small capital, but I would recommend you to at least start with a good amount in which you are sustainable, and start with the smaller goal like $10 or $15 and a day. If you are investing like around $500, $200, start with a smaller goal and increase the profit margin every week if you are able to reach your trading goal. Scalping, sir, for FTT mode, which concept is best? Strategies, price action, SMC. As I told you, you can use mix of all the worlds. It's very convenient. Mr. Mohammed ji said, sir, customer service really जवाब नहीं देते. मेरा डिपॉजिट फंसा हुआ है, बहुत धोखा दिया, आंखों में 2800 पी की यार डूब गए. कस्टमर सर्विस ने जीमेल आईडी भी चेक नहीं करता है, ड्रामा करते. आई एम वेरी सॉरी फॉर द इनकन्वीनियंस दैट यू हैड, and we absolutely will make sure that your deposit will get into your trading account. Reach out to the support team, they will be able to guide you. If not, let me know in the comment section your trader ID, which is this, along with your query of D for deposit, and I will try to reach out to my team and contact you personally if you have any issues with respect to that. Uh, okay, Mr. Dunodji said no hassle to withdraw money. Yes, sir. There are absolutely, you will not face any issues at all for withdrawing your capital. That is one thing for sure. Mr. Mohammed Danish ji said, "Hi sir, I'm a new trader. What I do? Start your gathering knowledge, sir. You join Olymptrade. You first of all start practicing in your demo account. Use the strategies which are on the starter level. There are a bunch of strategies available. You use in your demo account, whichever account you are comfortable in. Once you practice enough on your demo account, switch to the live account and then start practicing with the very small capital in the beginning." Mr. Omkarji said, "How to expert in fixed time trade?" Sir, you can absolutely nail fixed time trading, but you have to use different sort of indicators. I do not use one particular strategy. For a different market situation, my strategy is different. If you'll see, there are some also custom strategies that I have been working on, and which has given me a substantial result. So in fixed time trading, use martingale approach. Start from a small capital. First of all, know whether the market is volatile or not. You can easily get to know whether the market is volatile or not if you see the small candles and the doji candles formation. So that means market is not available to take the trade at this moment because it's been on the sideways market. So no active trades have been going so far there. Omkarji, I did answer your question, sir. Mr. Rock Gaming ji said, "Sir, I withdraw 2 hours but could not get the money." Sir, maximum 90% of the withdrawal do take place within 24 hours, so do not worry about it. It also based on the status that you are having. For expert status client, you can get your withdrawals way faster compared to the rest of the clients. So I would encourage you to get expert status and get the withdrawals on priority. Mr. Amal Roy ji said, "Hi, good evening, Amal ji." Okay, so I have read most of your comment. Let me quickly jump to what are the trading ideas for this week. Now, this week, stay tuned, dear traders. There are a lot of trading advices from my end. So, first of all, the most important thing that's gonna happen for this week would be non-farm payroll. So US will be declaring its non-farm payroll on 16th of December. Usually this data releases on the very first week of every month, exactly at 7 o'clock PM. I'm talking about in the evening Indian Standard Time, but this time they have delayed this data because the Fed government was shut down. So there are a lot of conflicting data has happened in the recent times. So non-farm payroll will be released this week, and in my opinion, I think US dollar has a possibility to fall down exactly at 7 o'clock. That there is a possibility for this. Second most important aspect that we are looking out for this week is the consumer price index data. We will be having on 18th of December consumer price index data will be lined up. I think if the inflation is on the lower side, people will have a good chances to buy in USD. So that is something that the peoples are looking out for. And one of the more interesting thing that gonna happen, this is all the data that I'm showing it to you according to the Indian Standard Time. So that means on December 19th, one of the most influential data is Bank of Japan's interest rate decisions. Bank of Japan will be taking an interest rate decisions, and they are thinking to increase the interest rate. Right now the interest rate in Japan is around 0.5%, and then they are thinking about increasing the interest rate to another 25 basis points. So that means they are expecting it to increase to 0.75%. Now if that happens, the Japanese yen will try to strengthen against all the currency, and we can see further fall of USD JPY starting from couple of days or on the same day. There are good chances for the Japanese yen to fall again, and it should be a Japanese yen to rise again. It will be against all the currency. That means USD JPY will try to fall down on this Friday. USD JPY, AUD JPY, NZD JPY, Euro JPY, all these currency associated with the JPY has a good chances to fall for this week if the Bank of Japan's governor will be decreasing, and there are good chances that the Japan will be decreasing the interest rate to battle their inflation. They will be increasing the interest rate so that the borrowing power of the people will decrease, and which will ultimately increase investments in the government bonds. That's the reason Japanese yen will try to strengthen against all the currencies. That means in whichever currency the Japanese yen is on the second side, there are good chances for this week these gonna fall. So keep a very close look on the market. All right, 30 minutes went by like anything. It was an amazing conversation. Thank you very much for having me for today. One of the best where the reason why I do what I do is to have this conversation and share my trading ideas with you. To sum up today's conversation, Bitcoin, gold will try to rise once again. Bitcoin has a substantial support level close to 87, 88. So it has a good chances to rise from that front. So that means if the Bitcoin rises, all the cryptocurrency associated with the Bitcoin, that means Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, Tron, all will try to increase. Cardano also been included in that part. If not this, another one is Japanese yen will be decreasing the interest rate. So that means increasing the interest rate. That means the Japanese yen will be strengthened against all the currency. Good chances for this week for USD JPY, Euro JPY, GBP JPY, all these currencies on which JPY is on the second side, good chances for it to fall again for this week. So yeah, these are the good moments in the market that we have discussed. Apart from that, non-farm payroll gonna release. I think I hope if the employment on the employment side, if the Japan will try to, I mean, if the US try to increase the employment rates, a good chances for the US dollar to rise. But this is on the skeptical side because of the lot of unemployment happened in the recent time. On the job data was a conflicting data as well. So yeah, thank you very much for staying ahead with for today's stream. I wish I could add more time. See you into the next session with few more trading ideas. Keep watching the market and keep making profit. Thank you very much for having me for today. My name is Akash Malhotra. I'm your financial analyst and I'm signing off for today. Take care, dear traders.